Okay, today we're talking about the roadblocks for all clinic owners.
Hi, my name is Mark Bentz, and I'm the owner of one of the largest multidisciplinary clinics in Canada. I started the Virtual CEO because I wanted to take clinic owners from overworked, underpaid, to living life on your terms and a clinic that is extremely profitable.
The first roadblock is don't sweat the small stuff. So in any business, and as an owner of that business, there are 1,000 things that are going on. And it's good to get into the detail, get down in there, figure out these different things. But if you spend so much time in the small stuff, it's just simply going to burn you out. And if you get all worried about how, oh my God, that person didn't answer the phone exactly how I wanted it, and oh boy, that therapist should have made that treatment plan better. Yes, they should have, absolutely. But spend a little bit of time in that area, sure. But if you're constantly stressing yourself out in the small stuff, watch out. And so I like Marcus Lemonis. He has a show called The Profit. I highly recommend it. So he's got 3 areas to look at: people, process, and product. So we would say people, process, and service. And so that's what you look at. And there's high-level stuff within people, so all your staff, your patients, but then there are also minute things you could look at. And so don't spend your time in the minute things. Look at the big things. So like with people, I look at the rebooking stat. I've said this 1,000 times. It's a big level stat, but boy, it tells me a lot. Now again, I could get in the minutia. Oh, exactly what the person's doing, exactly how they're communicating. We have videos for our staff to watch and learn. And of course, I slowly coach them to always be doing a better job, because we can always have another level to reach. But I don't spend my time freaking myself out at night, keeping myself up, going, oh my God, it's just not working the way I exactly want it. Now that's how control freaks operate. Now if you're a control freak, watch out. You've got to be aware, don't be a control freak. I mean, it comes with, of course, being a clinic owner. You want control and you want it to run the way you think, but you've got to let your people operate within a framework that suits them. So number 1, don't sweat the small stuff. Number 2, failure. Oh boy, the amount of people I talk to, and they just get themselves all worked up and bent out of shape and depressed because they made the wrong decision. I can't tell you how many times I made the wrong decision just today. Like, when you make hundreds of decisions, you're going to make many, many poor decisions. But that's not a big deal. I'm always looking at 90%. So 9 out of 10 decisions, if they're good decisions, I'm thrilled. That one decision, and if it's 100 decisions, 10 decisions, that's okay. I expect to not make a good decision. Now, hopefully you don't make a catastrophic decision that sinks the ship, but it's probably not going to happen that way, because as you start to build out your business and your team, you do make better decisions consistently. But it's inevitable. I'm 54, I've been in the business now 7 years. Every day I make bad decisions. Totally expected. And I know that all my great decisions will overcome it. Now, for some people, they'll dwell on it. And they'll go, oh, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have done that. And other people around them will say, God, you didn't make a good decision there. Yeah, that's true, factual, absolutely accurate. I didn't. Move on. Don't waste your time in that area. It's absolutely going to burn you out. Learn from it, turn the page, and move on. Okay, so that's number 2. Do not get into that failure train. Make sure you're focusing on the successes. Okay, third thing, having a fuzzy focus. That is a real problem. Talk about a roadblock. Fuzzy focus is brutal. Now, running a business, there's so many areas that you're in, there's so many areas you want to capitalize on, that everything starts to just blur out and just be mixed up. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times I sit down with Emma and we just go over our lists of things and go, okay, where should we be focusing our energy and our money to get the biggest benefit in the business? Because there's tons of areas you can do, right? There's tons of areas you can focus on. But it comes from a fuzzy focus. So in our world, I'm like, hey, I want to add 2 more physiotherapists. That clears it up. So as opposed to I want to add therapists or I want to grow the business, I want to add 2 physiotherapists. Great. So let's look at what we're doing to bring in a physiotherapist, where we're advertising, how are we talking about it? Do we have the facility that truly represents what physiotherapists need? It's different than a massage therapist, which is different than an acupuncturist. There are of course similarities, but it is different when you get a clear focus. And that's what we're talking about. Clarity is king, okay? So if you stay in the fuzzy land, again, it's one of those things that can burn you out because you never actually accomplish things. And so therefore you don't get the fulfillment and appreciation of building your business. So get clear. And just recently, as I say, a great example for us is physiotherapy. So what's happening today? Well, at 4 p.m., I'm talking to a physiotherapist for our 3rd call. Okay, that's clear. So clarity, clarity, clarity. Take off that fuzzy blinder off the old eyeballs, which of course I live with because I'm 99% blind. But for everybody else, take off those fuzzy glasses. Make sure you're staring down what is absolutely necessary, and you're going to start to just crush those roadblocks. Gone. So the first thing, boom, you got to be looking at it, right? Stare this down. You do not want to be sweating the small stuff, right? Do not do that. 2, understand failure is success. Bad decisions are ultimately great decisions. They're all learning opportunities. And that's the way you need to look at it. And 3, clear up that fuzzy thinking. If you ever say to yourself, oh man, I'm not sure what I'm doing next, that's an opportunity to say, you know what? There needs to be clarity in this situation. Okay guys, get out there and take action. See you in the next video.